Ariana Evans lives just outside Washington, D.C. and has been protesting on the streets. Ariana's a college student who's studying political science. More than that, she's a proud young American who wants to be heard. Tonight, her message to her president. Hi, Ariana. You saw your president this morning defiantly walk from the safety of the White House and stand with a Bible outside St. John's Church. What did you think of that?
Well, I think that our president, especially, does not even really believe in Christianity. So I don't know why he would fake with the Bible anyway. But honestly, just the way he addressed the nation, the way he continues to belittle our movement and belittle the fact that we are abused in our communities, just lets me know that he doesn't need to be in the White House any longer after November.
It was a strong stand from Donald Trump. I guess he doesn't need you to get elected again if I was to play devil's advocate.
But his approval rating is really low right now. So he does need to do something to appease the people, because it's not just Black people that are angry. Honestly, he's attacked almost every marginalized group in America. If you total our strength altogether, the 35% of the country that does support him strongly is not going to be enough to stop the anger and stop the movement of our voting. He is going to be out of the White House in November.
He tends to feed off this, though, doesn't he? And it's almost as though he's obviously not appealing to you, but he's appealing to certain parts of society, the American society, who he knows he needs to drive to the polls. It's not you.
That is very true. The reason why I feel like we lost the election in 2016 was because of voter suppression. Right now in the country, I feel like there's a lot more awareness about the voting. There's a lot more involvement politically. He has made so many different people angry, especially after the handling of COVID-19. I really don't see an impeached president reconciling his image. I don't see how that path forward would be. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. We all said that he wouldn't be able to win in 2016, and he won. We really hope that he does not. He's violent, he's racist, and he does not represent every person in this country. His views are incendiary and they are ridiculous, and he just needs to get off Twitter and be a leader.
So who do you think then, Ariana, he was targeting with that walk?
I think he was playing directly into his evangelical base. He was definitely also playing to white supremacists. But I think even some Republicans are getting sick and tired of the unprofessionalism, of the just blatant un-Americanism of some of the statements that he's made, not just about this movement, but about so many other things that we probably don't even have time to go over. He said a lot of incendiary comments. He said a lot of terrible things about a lot of different groups of people. And I just think the American people are tired of all the hate and division.
Ariana, there's plenty of hate and there's plenty of division. If, however, he doesn't need you to get re-elected, to stay in the White House, how can you possibly be heard?
Well, I'd like to think that America is a democracy. So while we are, if we are stuck with him, if he still sits behind the resolute desk come 2021, I think that's the time to really organize. I think that's the time to really come up with what structural changes we want to see and communicate those effectively, and make sure that we're putting political pressure not only on Donald Trump, but on the people that fund his campaigns, on the people that, his donors, the donors of the Republicans that are supporting him. It's not just all about Donald Trump. It's not just all about, just the executive branch. We also have a Congress. We have a Senate that's Republican controlled. So if we can put pressure on them to kind of steer the president into a different direction, then that's what we're going to have to do. But I think it's going to take a lot of organizing, and I think it's going to take a lot of just passion. And at this time in the country, I think we have that. I think we're angry enough. I think that we are definitely fed up not only just Black people, but people of color who have been under the socioeconomic oppression of America since the founding of it. We're tired. So I think that right now is a moment where, especially my generation, can definitely come together and figure out what the next path forward is, because we cannot let this country regress any more than it already has. This man has embarrassed us. He has ruined our reputation with our allies, our soft power. He is a disgrace to the White House in every way.
This man is really motivating you, and you're trying to affect change. Can you really do it, though?
I believe that today was a small step forward. There was going to be a big riot between the police and between the protesters, and I got in between them, and we diffused the situation once we humanized each other. I feel like the more time we spend humanizing each other and worrying less about skin color and socioeconomic status, the easier our path forward will be. The path forward is definitely not going to be a cakewalk, but no revolution is, no structural change is. This country was founded on revolution. It was founded on people power. So because right now, in this moment, we are all just so sick and tired of this, I think that this is a time where America will mobilize and we will actually come together and figure out a way forward, because we cannot keep being a nation filled with hate, anti-Semitism, racism, sexism, any of that. We are trying to progress. Our generation especially is trying to progress.
Ariana, so good to talk to you. We wish you all the very best.
Okay, thank you so much.